Everyone, welcome back to another Warhammer battle. This is going to be a 2v2 that I did. I am bringing the Empire. My ally is going to be the Wood Elves, who are facing off against the Beastmen and Bretonia. So for my army, we have a front line of swordsmen mixed with 2 great swords. I have 2 Empire captains down here that are actually going to fight with the line and not be a hero killing squad, because it's a 2v2 and I just kind of wanted to have fun with it. We also have 3 Free Company Militia, a Demigryph Knight with Halberd, a Jade Wizard, a Hellstorm Rocket Battery, the Sunmaker, because against these 2 factions, they mostly have low armor troops, so this thing could in theory do pretty well. And then also 2 Pistoliers, because again it's 2v2, so I'm like, why not? Let's bring one of the most worthless units in the game. For my ally here, we have a front line of Eternal Guards with shields. We have Glade Guard with Starfire shafts and Hagbane tips. I think there's 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, there's 2 Hagbane, the rest are Starfire. We have 5 Treekin, 2 Hawk Riders, and then a Glade Lord on a Forest Dragon. I think it's the lady, I think. It's the lady, yes. It's the 1 Glade Lord that you would always probably see. For our enemy army here, we have 3 Chaos Warhounds, 1 deployed over here, 2 with the main army. For the rest of the Beastmen, we have 2 Cygors, 3 Gorehers with shields, Gorebull, 2 Minotaurs, 2 Bestigors, Chaos Spawn, a Beast Lord on a Chariot. And I think that's it. That's their army. Then for the Bretonians, we have multiple men-at-arms with pole arms. We have multiple peasant bowmen, a damsel, King Lewin, paladin, 2 Grail Knights, and a trebuchet for their army. So the enemy is going to be deploying on top of this very massive hill, which I kind of assumed, seeing that there's a giant hill in this map. I was like, they're probably going to be up there. So we have our Sunmaker over here, which would be outside of initial siege range if they deploy their siege at the very edge of their deployment zone, because I didn't want it to get hit at the very beginning. These 2 Pistoliers, I'm going to try, and I wanted to shoot into these Chaos Spawn or these Minotaurs, anything that I can get my hands on, but these Peasant Bows are kind of going to ward me off from this area, so I'm eventually just going to go all the way around, and I'm just going to shoot these Chaos Warhounds, because, I don't know. I can't get close enough to the Minotaurs to do damage without taking massive damage from the Peasant Bowmen. The Demigryph Knight, I'm going to hide in this little grove of trees because I do not want them to get sniped by the Cygors. Besides them, I don't really care. The enemy is, I believe, going to start targeting our Greatswords here very soon. And my army, for the most part, is just going to kind of stay around here because I'm going to be mostly focused on our Pistoliers. And I'm waiting for my allies' army to move up. And I'm assuming they want to flank just based on how they're moving up. They have no siege because they're Wood Elves. So eventually they will attack. So I'm just going to kind of wait for them. And I'm just going to take these hits. In the meantime, again, we're just going to be attacking these Chaos Warhounds. And actually, the way that this map is set up, I can't see these. I couldn't see the second Warhound. I can only see this one. And I don't think I could see the Damsel up here. And, like, a lot of these units were just... I couldn't see them. For some reason, even though it looks like we should be able to see these Grail Knights, I had no idea they had Grail Knights until much later into the battle. So anyway, the Sunmaker is going to open up on the Peasant Bowmen here. I want to try and snipe them because that is a unit, or the Peasant Bowmen can potentially do a lot of damage, especially if they're all focusing the same target. So you can see we're doing massive damage to them because they're Bretonians and they do not like Hellstorm rocket batteries at all. Meanwhile, I'm going to just micro our Pistoliers away from these. I still don't see this one, by the way. I only see this one. I don't know what the hell is going on. I had no idea they had another Warhound back here. And it was chasing me. I had no idea. We couldn't see it. It was like it was a Klingon cloaked vessel. For Star Trek references here, I could not see it. And I will not see it until they... Well, we'll get to that later. So over here, we're still just going to have the Sunmaker just kind of going down the line. I can't see this one, I don't think. One of these I can't see. Again, it's really weird with line of sight on this map, apparently. But anyway, I can see my ally is going to be marching up here, so I'm just going to continue to wait and allow my Greatswords to get hit because I don't want to charge by myself. And I am very happy to just kind of take our time with the Sunmaker and just destroy the Bretonians' forces here. Meanwhile, I'm coming back up to chase these Chaos Warhounds. I'm just going to do as much damage to them as I can. They are a potential threat to my allies' Glade Guard line, so I'm like, we'll use these Pistoliers to take them out, because if I get too close, then these Bretonian peasants will be able to destroy me. Speaking about Bretonian peasants, though, they have taken a lot of damage, and we still have some ammunition left, so we're just going to still kind of hang tight. Although my ally is kind of getting ahead of me now, because I was paying more attention to microing these Pistoliers. I will eventually here, somewhat soon, start marching my army up the hillside. I'm just having fun destroying these peasants, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just destroying these peasants. So now we're into the men-at-arms, trying to weaken their melee line so they can't stand up to our swordsmen. And the only trade-off here is I'm taking damage on my Greatsword unit. So I'm like, you know what? This is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm destroying your entire army, but they just want to sit up here because they have, you know, a trebuchet and 2 Cygors. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So now my ally is in range, and I was actually microing like this, I think, and then I started seeing their arrows come in, and I was like, oh shit, my ally's engaging. Because, again, I was kind of just paying attention to my pistoliers. Actually, I think my camera angle was like way back here. Because now I'm moving my pistoliers over here. I wanted to get behind these Cygors and start shooting into them. And this second Chaos Puppy, they just assaulted my pistoliers, and that's when they came into view, is when they were in melee range. And I was like, oh shit, they have another puppy. So that's why I'm kind of moving them over here. In the meantime, still just kind of destroying the Bretonian peasants with the Sunmaker, and now I'm starting to move my army up to try and assist my ally because they're about to engage with the enemy's beast forces, of which they have taken kind of a lot of damage already. The Gore Herds are going to get to these Eternal Guards. We have the Beast Sword here trying to use the Chariot, which is actually really effective. And their archers are destroying what's left of the enemy peasant archers over there. We're going to be flanking them over here. The Pistoliers are behind them, and this is when I see the Grail Knights. When I was almost on top of them, I see them, but lucky enough I was paying attention, so we're going to pull them out. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, well now I know the enemy has 2 Grail Knights. And I think this is when I see this wing of Men-at-Arms too, because I didn't see these guys until we were almost on top of them, or else I'd have been hitting them with the Sunmaker to weaken them up. But anyway, we're going to be charging at the middle with the Great Swords. We're going to get into these archers because they are preoccupied with my ally just raining death upon their forces along with the Beastmen. You can see the Gore Herds. They are starting to rout here and there. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know what this is. But yeah, Chaos Puppies coming behind. Oh, a lightning spell from the Damsel. Interesting. And this is the reason why I wanted to try and weaken the Chaos Puppies, is so they couldn't do this to my ally, because the puppies are very good against Clay Guard. Speaking of, the other puppy is now back here with my Free Company Militia, the one that was deployed over here. They got into the back, and I was like, that's fine. I'm just going to be more concerned with trying to take out King Lou and Leon Kerr, who we are now in a fight with Boris. I am supporting Boris with spells, or will be here soon, from the Jade Wizard, so I'm going to be casting a heal spell on him, as the Minotaurs are going to crash into our swords line. And I think I throw my Jade Wizard into the Minotaur battle. I'm trying to get our Free Company Militia, the 2 that are remaining, to try and support Boris against King Lou and Leon Kerr as we were breaking through what little lines he has over here. Swordsman engaged with some Men-at-Arms over here, supported by an Empire Captain. I think there's, another Empire Captain over here with this Minotaur. And now I'm going to cast a heal spell. There it is. There's Regrowth being dropped from the Jade Wizard because I saw he was taking a lot of damage from King Lewin. So we're now going to take them out. I threw my Demigryph Knights into these Minotaurs who are now going to run through us and get into our Free Company Militia. So we're going to slowly chase them with the Demigryph Knights, with the Empire Captain, and I believe with the Jade... Oh no, I sent the Jade Wizard back here to fight the Chaos Warhounds. That's what it did. So they did manage to actually rout my Free Company Militia. I thought they'd be able to stand toe-to-toe with them, but I guess not. So the Minotaur is just kind of running through the Demigryph Knights into our second Free Company Militia. We have won the fight against King Lewin, and now we are being chased by a Paladin, but I'm going to send Boris in here to support the fight against the Minotaurs, and I'm casting a AoE heal spell, I believe. There it goes. Being dropped on Boris and our Free Company Militia, along with our... Actually, I think we missed these these Free Company Militia over here. But anyway, we are starting to rout the Minotaurs because they were just running through our Demigryph Knights. You can see some of them are still held up back here by them and the Swordsmen. Meanwhile, there's just kind of a massive brawl going on over here, which is being supported by our Pistoliers, who are now going to be chasing King Lewin, who came back from routing. So we're just going to be chasing him down until we kill him over here. In case I missed that, that's what's going to happen with those. Back here, one of the Grail Knights made it, I think, over through here. And they're getting into my allies' archers, and they're eventually going to be coming over towards me. But they're wreaking havoc on our our allies' archer line right now. For the rest of the Gore army, though, the Gore Bull is still alive, being dealt with a Treekin Eternal Guard. We have Bestigors against more Treekin. They're so tanky, so very tanky. And the Hawk Riders, I think, for the most part, have just been... Actually, I think maybe they did a melee, I'm not sure. But they are trying to deal some damage to these Grail Knights. So actually, I think it's these Grail Knights that are going to be coming down through and into my forces. We also have a Cygor coming down, chasing our Great Swords. My Pistoliers, again, are chasing King Lewin and Leon Kerr, trying to kill him as best as we can. At this point, we have routed the 2 Minotaur groups, and Boris and the Demigryph Knights has also routed off the Paladin that was over here. You can see these Grail Knights are just chewing through my allies' archers, and again, they're going to be coming after me here soon, along with this group. So I'm going to charge our Great Swords in at the last moment, and then we're going to charge our Demigryph Knights and Boris into here as well. I didn't want them to get a charge off on our Demigryph Knights, so I kind of ate it with the Great Swords instead. So we're now going to be dealing with them, and we're going to hit them with the Free Company Militia. You can see we have routed the enemy's melee forces over here in this little pocket, so now our forces over here are free. King Lewin at this point is dead. This Gorbel is dying to the Eternal Guard. The Bestigors, I think, are dying. Actually, they're taking out the Treekin right here. But over here, they are faring a little bit better with the support of the Hawk Riders coming down for the melee action. I don't think... Yeah, the Glade Lord has not actually been into melee. She's just been using her abilities and her arrows. I'm going to tie the Cygor down with 2 Swordsmen. It really only needs 1, but I sent 2 of there on accident. Meanwhile, we're still just dealing with the 2 Ground Knights now. You can see we've done so much damage with the Great Swords, which I have reinforcing Great Swords, so I have both of mine are here. Boris is here, the Demigryph Knights are here, and I also cast a AoE heal spell with the Jade Wizard, who is now over here with the Empire Captain. And again, we're just shooting them up, doing whatever we can to shut them down, and you can see we're going to kill both of them. 2 Pistoliers are going to go up here and try and silence these Peasant Bows who are shooting me. And now the Free Company Militia are turning their attention onto the Cygor. And you can see we're getting a mass rout at this point because of the enemy losses in the power bars so in our favor. And this is when the Glade Lord is finally going to come down and start wreaking havoc, I think, on Bestigor units. Whew. That is a lot of talking. But good game to our opponents. That Sunmaker, though. Jeez. 223 peasants slaughtered to the Sunmaker. I knew it was going to do good. But it did really good. The Great Swords did really good. Swordsmen did pretty well. The Empire Captains did okay. They were mostly there to just buff the leadership of the Swordsmen to make sure that they survive. Jade Wizard cast her spell, so that's pretty good. And then Demigryph Knights did so much work against the Minotaurs and the Grail Knights. So overall, pretty happy. Even the Pistoliers got some kills, but again, those are mostly against the Chaos Warhounds. But they did snipe King Lewin at the very end. So you know what? There you go. Now you're worth it. Not really, though. For the Beastman army here, Laser, good game to Laser and Foley. We have a lot of kills for the Gorebull. The Goreherds did okay. Bestigors doesn't look like they fared too well, but I think they were taking out Treekin, so that's actually pretty good. The Chaos Warhounds, they were destroying the Glade Guard and my Free Company Militia, so that was pretty good. Cygor's got a ton of kills against my Great Swords, and I'm not sure what else they were firing at, to be honest. Minotaur's got some decent amount of kills as well, and then the Chaos Spawn kind of got shut down. Unfortunately, I can't see the kill screens for the other 2 players, but anyway, again, good game. Hope you enjoyed the 2v2. Let's watch a cinematic view of Boris and the Glade Lord taking the hilltop from the Bretonnians and the Beastmen. You should take cover behind these giant Cygors. I'm just saying. Ooh, even got the Trebuchet crew there. The good thing about the Sunmaker is that you don't really have to worry about protecting it because it just goes through its ammunition so quickly. So all of its damage potential is in the first couple minutes of the battle. And that's actually kind of a good thing. You lose out on, I guess, the leadership penalty of hitting somebody with a artillery piece, like later on in the battle, which could break people, I guess, if you were planning on that. But still, a lot of artillery pieces don't actually get their full damage potential in an entire battle because they're taken out, or they don't have like good line of sight or something. But yeah, it's hard not to hit with the Sunmaker just because of its arc of fire, and again, it just goes through all of its ammunition so quickly. It's just really expensive, but it was worth it. Oh, God. Oh, man. And they didn't want to give up that hilltop, man. They were content with hitting my swordsmen and great swords with some rocks. I was like, do you know what I'm doing to your army right now? And I guess it looks like the Trebuchet. Where was the Trebuchet firing? I think they were firing at my swordsman. It's a beautiful thing, truly. God. Oh, don't worry, peasants. There's a second volley. And the third volley. Run! God. There's no way this group of peasants would hold that long. Like in real life, if this thing was raining down on your friends, dude, GG. Like I'd run. I'm sorry. Call me a coward. I'm not standing still and getting hit by these things. Are you kidding me? All right, let's go see what's happening with our ally. God, I just love the look of those rockets. I had to reload the replay because for some reason the sound started bugging out. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. Fire! Oh, don't put your backs to him. Oh. Actually, seems like the sound is still kind of messed up. So like it seems like the sound effects aren't finishing, so it's like they're kind of clipping. That's so weird. Huh. Well, sorry about that. I guess restarting it is not enough to fix it. I guess just the replay is either corrupted or this just happens in 2v2s now. Like it's been a long time since I've done a 2v2. The sound seemed okay when I was covering before. Oh well. Yeah, you can hear the clipping. That's not the video. Well, I guess technically it's the video, but no, it's the game too. Weird. Kind of sounds like a skill's trying to activate and then suddenly stops. That's so weird. Get him, Jade Wizard. They're just puppies. Then we had the Crow Knights who were just destroying my ally. Although they're getting a lot of good hits in right there. As far as the main infantry fight, though, I think that's basically over. Just got this treekin left. Yeah, that's so weird. No biggie, just gonna run underneath the giant dragon. Does anyone else have a problem with audio in 2v2s? If you do, let me know in the comments. I'm curious if this is like a recent problem, like with a patch thing. It's just like a one-off thing. I don't know. Oh God, no. Ooh. I don't think he's gonna live. Is King Moon already dead? Ah, damn. I was gonna see if we can see that. Oh well. Charger Pistoliers! I guess it's gonna be it. Alright, well thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry for the sound there at the end, that was kind of weird. But I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.